If you'd open your books to page 264, that'll help just a touch bit. Did we do investigation 5? I don't know. Please put this under data. I thought we talked about this, but maybe we didn't. It must have been a different class. It was a different type of data, I believe. That we can be thankful. And the first thing, the first type of graph or whatever we're talking about to display data. If you ever hear somebody talk about raw data, what do you suppose that means? Raw data. Raw data. Zach?
Like, data that was just found.
Yeah, kind of. In a part, yes. Emma? Yeah, it's just like the information. So it'd be like if I asked you what grade you got on your last quiz and everybody just threw out their A's and their B's and the C's and it wasn't organized in any fashion. It didn't help anybody to see any patterns or anything like that. That's the raw data. We're taking raw data and we are going to organize it. So that's why we're going to display it in an organized fashion so that you can see what the data really means. Does it have any significance? Is it going to help out in any way or whatever? And the first thing that they talk about, you'll see in the newspapers and sometimes on the news, is a pictograph. And a pictograph, just like it sounds like, organize the data kind of using pictures. And if you look at the one that they give you in the book, they talk about, what's that little graph about there? The first thing when you see a pictograph, you should read the title. And what is the title of the pictograph in the book?
U.S.
Right. U.S. car and truck production. In other words, and then you look at the other things there, and it gives you some states. So it's talking about what states produced how many cars. And what are how many states are they talking about? What do we got?
5.
Everybody's favorite state, Michigan, Ohio.
Illinois.
Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, and others. Kentucky, Missouri, and other. Now with the pictograph, and the reason it's called a pictograph is because they're going to use some sort of picture or symbol to represent that, and usually you try to tie the symbol in with what you're talking about. So the book cleverly used what symbol to show U.S. car or whatever production there. Alex? Oh, cars, yes. Yes, by all means, cars. So Michigan, here's an important point here. Michigan happens to only make 3 cars every year. Oh wait, no, that's not right, because the very important thing to do when you look at a pictograph is look at the key that says what each little car stands for. Each little car in the pictograph stands for how many cars? 1 million cars. So if you have 3 little cars here, okay, Michigan's going to do 3 million. Ohio looks like they do a couple million. The problem with this is you can't get very exact. Obviously, do you think Michigan produced exactly 1 million? No, it's probably a rounded number one way or another. What if I wanted to show like only 500,000 cars? Yeah, you can always cut your little symbol in half as long as it's big enough to see. Half a car. Oops, I guess I should get rid of could be that. That's not too terribly bad, is it? Answering the question there, it says, how many cars and trucks are produced in Michigan? 3 million. How many in the 4 named states? How many cars are trucked in the 4 named states? Anybody? That means all the ones you know the names of: Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri. How many cars do those 4 states produce, Sam?
7 million.
7 million. And how many total cars are produced in the nation? I wonder if that's accurate. Morgan, it's
12 million.
12 million. And then number 2 says, number 1 says display the car and truck production data with a horizontal bar graph. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Now, don't you worry, kids, because I have a horizontal graph for you to actually do that on. He's not ready to go on that. Horizontal bar and/or zero. You want the one that's double sided? Now the beauty, ladies and gentlemen, of the whole graphing thing is you kind of get to be your own designer and boss of it as long as it works. So you have to decide what your increments should be and what colors you should use and your scales. Let me pull this up on the big board. Let's talk about this before we actually do it. Just a little bit here. This is going to get too long and drawn out.